Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Mirror Champ Reaction. I'm back with another banger, yes, sir. I said I'm back with another buster, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know y'all see them socials down there, man. We doing daily live reactions on Twitch, daily gaming streams, yes, sir, man. If y'all seen and if y'all tapped in, man, I got this gaming and live page, man. It's in my channels, man. If you check the channels in my page, you know what I'm saying? 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 But we about to get right to this video, man. Make sure you like, comment, and sub, man. This is how Lil Snupe was killed by his 36-year-old friend over a video game. We killing niggas over 2K now?
Hey, what up, guys? We're back at it again with another awesome video for you today.
We killing
right
niggas?
Before you could make it big, his life was taken from him.
Oh, shit.
2010s. However, right before you could make it big, his life was taken from him.
Lil Snupe.
The news struck the industry hard, seeing how he had just signed to Meek Mill's record label a little while before he was killed. And what's crazier is he was allegedly killed by his own friend. In today's video, we finna be talking a bit about the incident surrounding Lil Snupe's death, as well as the man responsible for shooting him. Before we start, if you're a fan of the channel, you already know what it is. And if you're new here, before we start the video, make sure to leave a like. And if you would like to join this month's giveaway of one of these items on the screen, then all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and watch this video to the end to comment the hidden keyword. Good luck. Without any more hesitation, let's get into it. Born on June 13th, 1995, Lil Snupe entered the world as Darren Ross. He grew up around Louisiana, mainly in the Winfield area, and from a very young age knew what he wanted to do with himself. He wanted to become the next big rapper, and he appeared to be on the right course because his life was ultimately cut short over an argument. While he was growing up and aspiring to rap, Ross began to spend a lot of his time practicing his bars and mastering his craft. It wasn't long before his freestyles had begun to gain him a bit of local attention, and then he was granted the opportunity of a lifetime. One day he went to an event that was featuring Meek Mill, and Lil Snupe saw a chance that he was quick to take. He approached Meek while he was sitting in his car and began to beg the rapper to take his mixtape. And to Snoop's surprise, he did just that. And only 20 days after that, Snoop had officially been signed to Meek Mill's record label, Dream Chaser Records. It wasn't long after that before Snoop was taken to the stage with Meek, and the latter would have Snoop freestyle for the crowd. And 10 times out of 10, those freestyles made the crowds go crazy. Meek Mill knew he had discovered the next big thing in hip-hop, that's for sure. On June 20th, 2013, almost everybody who knew Lil Snupe was mourning as the news began to spread of him being shot and killed. The night before was most likely just a normal night for Snoop. He was just spending some time with his boys, chopping it up. I doubt he even had a notion in his mind that his life was going to end soon. Throughout the evening, he, along with the people that he had been hanging out with, began to play some video games. Everyone most likely started out having a good time before tensions began to rise as the group allegedly began placing bets on the game. It was at this point that Lil Snupe began to argue with someone that he had been hanging out with and betting on the games with. The argument eventually got more and more heated, then a weapon was pulled out. At around 5 in the morning on June 30th, 2013, Lil Snupe was shot twice in the chest in an apartment building in Winfield, Louisiana, supposedly over a video game. Police arrived on the scene and transported Snupe to the hospital. But very shortly after arriving at the hospital, he was ultimately pronounced dead. He was only 18 years old. Following the news of his death, the police let people know that they had a suspect in mind and were looking for him, but they didn't release the identity of the suspect until a few days later. Meanwhile, just a few hours after police had discovered Lil Snupe, his fans began to gather at the scene to pay their respects to the fallen artist. Many people knew that he was a young man who hadn't even reached the prime in his career yet and had so many big things coming for him, and he was taken from this world for nothing other than a bet gone wrong. How wild is that? Shortly after Lil Snupe had been fatally shot and fans began to gather in memory of the fallen rapper, police let it be known after some quick investigation they already had a subject in mind. They also said that they planned on using every resource at their disposal to find the killer. Now, this could have all been for good publicity because no one really knows the extent that they would have searched, but lucky for them, they never had to make good on their threat because simply threatening to be out on the hunt for the suspect ended up being enough to spook them. 4 days after the shooting that took the life of Lil Snupe, a man by the name of Tyler Holden turned himself in and was arrested and booked on site. Holden was 36 years old at the time of shooting and was allegedly a pretty close to
36? You was 18 years older than a young dude. Why would you?
associate of Lil Snupe. So now
Over
only
2K?
Snoop trust this dude who was
I know that was what they was playing.
He betrayed that trust and shot him over some money. Now no one knows how
Or
much
Madden.
money, but it for sure wasn't enough for Lil Snupe to be shot over. After all was said and done, the people were essentially waiting on a trial and a verdict. Fans of Lil Snupe and his big homie Meek Mill were eagerly waiting for the results to go public. Sadly, it would seem like justice was not served properly in this case, because according to Lil Snoop's mother, Holden was only planned to be sentenced to one count of being a felon who was in possession of a firearm. This clearly didn't sit well with her, as it wouldn't free any mother who was grieving the loss of a child. She took the instant to comment on the situation. In the post, she says that she had been waiting 2 years to see what the courts would do with him, and she let it be known that on September 24th of that year, during Tony's sentencing, she was going to be speaking out on Lil Snoop's behalf. She clearly meant what she was saying too, because the very next day she posted a picture with a caption, "Court ready." However, her efforts apparently bore no fruit. Tony Holden ended up being charged with the firearm possession, and Snoop's mother to this day claims that her son's killer is still walking free due to a corrupt justice system. Fast forward to April of this year, almost 8 years have passed since Lil Snoop was murdered, and family and friends still gather to mourn his death and celebrate his life. On April 12, 2021, Lil Snoop's father, who had recently been released from prison, posted a video on the internet to talk about his son and to show his respects and visit the grave. You can tell by the way that the man is talking that he's deeply hurt by what happened to his son, and his pain doesn't stop there. As the group of men was walking through the cemetery in the video, you can almost sense a sort of tension begin to build up as his father begins asking what a grave is, as well as mentioning that Snoop's mom used to rat on him while he was locked up. When they finally came up on his son's grave, he's in disbelief. Immediately, he's airing his grievances over the fact that there's no headstone on the grave. The only thing to mark it was a small plaque that didn't even have much written on it. The plaque reads, Darren Ross, 6/13/1995 through 6/20/2013. Right away, Snoop's father begins asking where his headstone is and begins to lash out at Meek Mill. He starts wondering why other artists get big memorials when they die, but Lil Snoop doesn't even have a headstone, especially when Mill was claiming to support him so much. It's a sad day whenever anyone dies, whether they're known by the public or not. This particular case shook a lot of people because it was his own friend that killed him. Lil Snoop had his whole life ahead of him and clearly had people who cared about him and were sad to see him taken from this world. What you guys think? Did Tony Holden get let off too easily with this charge? Be sure to let us know in the comment section. May Lil Snoop rest in peace.
So the police gonna go on that whole manhunt. I swear I seen about 10 squad cars. What they say they was trying to scare them or something or whatever. You gonna go on that whole manhunt to sentence this dude to one charge of having a weapon as a felon, but not even no aggravated assault. First degree. Man, don't be trusting your friends, bro. Don't trust nobody, man. Family is where it's at. You supposed to trust family, bro. Don't trust the people around you, bro. They out to get you. Man, if you like this video, man, go ahead and like, comment, and sub, man. If you want to see me watch more, just shoot some recommendations down in the comment section, my boys. It's your boy Champ Reacts, Mirror Champ, man, and we out.